Hey, I'm Bob at ILikeToMakeStuff. Today I'm going to show you how to make some really quick and easy pocket notebooks. I got started with some Bristol board and some graph paper, but you could use any kind of cardstock as long as it's thick. I had some PVA glue, an X-Acto knife, a paper cutter, a stapler, and a corner punch, and some tools for spreading the glue. For the cover, I used pages from an old radio repair manual, but you could use anything, comic books, gift wrap, or just draw on some Bristol board. Tear out 10 or 12 sheets of graph paper and cut them down to 7 by 5.5 inches. You can use any size that you want, but this is the kind of standard size for brands like Field Notes. Of course, you can use a straight edge and an X-Acto knife to cut these, but one of these cheap paper cutters makes it really quick and easy. Cut down a sheet of Bristol board to the exact same dimensions. You'll notice here that I actually put the paper in at the wrong orientation. If you cut it the other way, you get 2 covers out of every sheet, so you have a lot less waste. Add some PVA glue, making sure not to use too much. You just want to cover the entire surface, make sure every bit of it's covered, but if you use too much, you'll end up with wrinkles when you add it to your cover material. Smooth it out on your cover material, making sure to get rid of all ripples, all bubbles, and make sure the entire thing is pressed down. And then you want to cover it with something nice and heavy while it dries, so that it can dry flat. After it dries, use an X-Acto knife to trim off the excess paper. This is pretty easy to do without a straight edge because the Bristol board is so thick. Then your cover's all done. For stapling, you want to make sure you find the middle or 3.5 inches of your notebook. The stapler that I started with wasn't actually deep enough, so I had to cut a notch in it so that the paper would fit all the way in. I found another stapler later with a much deeper throat, and it can staple through 25 or 30 sheets at a time, which is nice. Get all of your papers lined up, top and bottom, left and right, and then set the point where the staple goes in right at your 3.5 inch mark. That way you can move the notebook right through and get it pretty well lined up. It doesn't have to be perfect. The corner punch is an option, but it makes it really nice when you put these in your pocket. The corners don't get torn up as easily. If you want to, you can use a straight edge to help you fold it over in the center, but you don't have to. There's your finished notebook. It's quick and easy and really inexpensive. So you can see that they're really simple to make, and really all you need is some glue, a stapler, and an X-Acto knife. The rest of the tools just make it faster and a little bit easier, especially if you're going to make a bunch of them. And like most of my projects, you can make these your own. Instead of graph paper, you could use blank or lined paper. You could wrap it in anything you want. I've started using some movie posters, and I'm going to try some comic books pretty soon, and I think they look really cool like this. Now, although they're quick and easy to make, you may not want to make your own, but I'm going to be selling these as a 3-pack on my website. So if you click right here or the link down in the description, that'll take you to my shop and you can get some more information. Everyone's going to be handmade, everyone's going to be unique, and by buying them you're going to be supporting these projects and these videos that I make. And of course, I really appreciate that. I'm really excited because I've got some really cool kind of top secret stuff coming up soon, and I can't tell you about it quite yet, but if you don't want to miss out on it, be sure to subscribe. And I've got a lot more project videos and a playlist here of my BrainPick Live Q&A show. And just to let you know, I've got guests lined up for BrainPick into January of next year. I'm really excited about all the awesome people that are going to be on the show, and I cannot wait for you guys to be involved in those conversations. I've also got a lot of other content that doesn't actually show up on YouTube, and it's all at ILikeToMakeStuff.com. So if you go there and sign up for the mailing list, you'll get an email about every new piece of content that I put up there. You can also find me on all the social media networks. I'll be there, and I would love to see what you're working on and hear what you're up to. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.